All right, boyos, the Champions League final is coming up, and I got to prep Trump Tower for the biggest watch party in Champions League history. Therefore, we are going to skip all the pleasantries and hop right on over to ranking our favorite Chads from across the galaxy. Can you all dig that, or are you straight up lame on the down low?
Who you think you calling lame, Orange Man? I was down in those streets with Easy B, Professor Andre, Ice Square, and 3-Pack. Do you even know who you're talking to, dummy?
Yeah, Donald, we ain't lame, playa. I was straight up with my homie Half Dollar just the other day listening to his album Get Poor or Live Trying. You ought to switch up your behavior.
You all make me extremely uncomfortable sometimes, but Donald is right. We got to start right away, so I'll get us started. Jana is a May-tier character. She shows up in the worst movie in the franchise and just sort of exists. Naomi Ackie is a fine actress, nothing against her, but the character just had the same backstory as Finn, with even less time to really go into it. I mean, they fucked up Finn's character so bad, there was no way they were going to do anything with Jana, and they didn't. May-tier for me. The next character is Jango Fett. Of course, we all know this man is legendary. All the initial clones were copied from his DNA, and he formed the basis for the Galactic Army of the Republic until, of course, Samuel L. Jackson came strolling around.
Goddamn brutal execution. Speaking of which, the next character is Mace Windu. And I think he is an amazing character. He does a lot of stuff in the Clone Wars and is flawed much like the rest of the Jedi Council. He is blind to the return of the Sith and the constant shifting arrogance he and the rest of the Council possessed during that time. They all failed Anakin. They had the key to eternal peace and they said, nah, I don't trust him. So he loses points for that. However, let me stress that while Mace Windu goes into amazing tier, Samuel L. Jackson is a goddamn goat. And anyone saying otherwise, come meet me on 123 Sesame Street, where me and my homie Grover are going to show you what happens with all that talk. Oh, and as for my second character, it's Jar Jar, and he's a clown, total joke. The one thing he did was give emergency powers to Palpatine, and I think we all know that didn't really lead to any positive influence, so he's going into clown tier. Sorry, Jar Jar fans. Oh, Jamie, I forgot. Play that dope Mace Windu moment.
Goddamn, and you say I like to hear myself talk? I was almost Sleepy Donald there for a second, though I do agree with your placements. George should have just said, fuck the haters, and made Darth Jar Jar. We were so close to greatness.
Maybe in another timeline, Jar Jar's story was followed through to its conclusion, and Darth Jar Jar created the Galactic Empire only to be cut down by Palpatine, and that's how he became the Emperor. That idea sounds like it is both the greatest thing in the world, and at the same time, you should probably rot in prison for the rest of your life to even suggest it.
Yeah, I agree. Darth Jar Jar sounds both amazing and terrible at the same time. Quite the polarizing figure. Anywho, who's doing the next two characters?
How about me, George W., the 5-time throat goat champion? Let's do this shit. Jyn Erso is fucking awesome. Not only is she a badass, she's one of the major reasons why the rebellion gets the Death Star plans, and her death along with the death of her allies is always so sad to think about. Rest in paradise, Stardust. You did your father proud. I give her legendary tier. She definitely deserves it. And joining her in the legendary tier is, of course, the best Imperial droid to grace a movie screen, K2SO. I don't even got to explain myself. I'll just let his dope moments do the talking.
Congratulations. You are being rescued. I'm K2SO. I'm a reprogrammed Imperial droid.
I remember you.
I see the Council is sending you with us to Jeddah.
Apparently so.
That is a bad idea. I think so. You're letting her keep it. Would you like to know the probability of her using it against you? It's high.
It's the fuel for the weapon.
The weapon your father's building.
Maybe we should leave target practice behind.
Are you talking about me? I'm an Imperial droid. The city is under Imperial occupation.
And hit me.
Doesn't sound so bad to me. Did you know that wasn't me? There are a lot of explosions for two people blending in.
Freeze! Right there!
You're right. I should just wait on the ship. Imprison them. In prison.
He is taking us to...
Quiet!
I'm literally on the border of arguing K2SO going into the GOAT tier. I love that droid.
There are definitely reasons to love the guy. Hilarious and loyal right to the bitter end. How tragic.
So, are we all just going to ignore the fact that George called himself a 5-time throat goat champion? Anyone have anything to say about that? All right, moving on. Ki-Adi-Mundi is a wonderful meme character.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
And he goes into the great tier for that alone. But Kanan Jarrus is a pimp. I'd argue more so than Ezra. He survived Order 66 and defeated the Grand Inquisitor. Even him getting literally blinded by Maul on Malachor didn't stop him. His best scene is, of course, his sacrifice. A sacrifice that his apprentice would emulate later on, Jamie, if you would be so kind.
I agree, Donald. He should be above Ezra. Put him into the bottom of legendary tier. After all, he's still no Boss Nass, of course.
Agreed. Say what you want about Star Wars, but goddamn, do they have some heroic-ass sacrifices you want to do the next two, Joe?
Gladly, George. We got two pimps coming up. The first one being Kit Fisto, amazing character. He had a wonderful fight with General Grievous in the Clone Wars. And that funny moment in Episode 2 when he pushes C-3PO down, very funny.
Die, Jedi dogs! What did I say? Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry about all this.
Ultimately gets dicked on by Palpatine, but like almost anyone fighting Palpatine gets dicked on, so can't fault him for that. Plus, he's just like a cool fish dude. So amazing tier for him, but now I got to talk about Keel.
Oh, God, poor Kuiil. Don't even talk about him, Joe. Just put him into GOAT tier. It's just sad. I have spoken.
Honestly, I understand it's just tragic. He gave his life protecting that little bundle of joy, Baby Yoda.
Yes, indeed, he gave his life protecting Grogu.
It's Baby Yoda, sleepyhead. I have spoken.
Piss off, McDonald's muncher. I'm not having this conversation with you again.
I'm just going to rein in this conversation before it becomes a confrontation. The next two characters will go to me because I say so. Throat goat for life. Kylo Ren is probably the only character in the entire sequel trilogy I gave a shit about. And I think Adam Driver Loki carried this entire trilogy on his back, but his character really didn't go anywhere. And he was wasted just like every character in the sequel trilogy. But he does hold the distinction of being the only sequel trilogy character to have two funny meme moments. Jamie, play those memes, pimp.
Traitor!
I'd rather not do this now.
Yeah, me too.
Why did you hate your father?
Great memes that will make a fine addition to my collection. Oh, and I hope I don't upset anyone, but I don't really care about L337. Wasn't a bad droid at all. I just don't have any strong opinions on the character. The droid was pretty funny, though, so good tier from me.
I still don't fully get it. Did Lando, like, fuck that droid or something? Can someone explain?
A good question, Donald, for another time. Do you want to rank the last two characters?
It'd be my pleasure. The Wampa is, well, a Wampa. I mean, it's a good design, looks intimidating, and it was really fun to play as the Wampa on Star Wars Battlefront 2, just charging in and bitching on all those rebels. Good times for real, putting this pimp into good tier, and of course, the final character is a GOAT. You know him, you love him, the man, the myth, the Joker, Mark Hamill himself, Luke Skywalker. He's GOATed forever, no explanation required, but I'll run down his resume real quick, just for all you babies out there. He destroyed the fucking Death Star. You know, the planet killer. Yeah, important dude. Trained under both Obi-Wan and Yoda. Defeated Vader in their rematch after getting initially dicked on in Episode 5. Character development, cough, cough. He helped bring an end to the Galactic Empire. I can go on, but I think you get the point. Goated legend. Peace out, Girl Scouts. I got a Glock in my Rarier and I'm ready to party. Adios.
This was fun, fellas, but as a wise man once said, Kush be my fragrance, adios, fellas.
See you in the next video, Barack. Make sure your outro makes people be blessing all them trap homies. See you later, Barry. The Bidenator is pimp walking his way out of here.
Thank you all for watching. As usual, you continue to be a gracious audience, and we all thank you for that. Stay safe, homies. Stay happy, and make sure to take a shower every now and then. Not saying you aren't, but just in case, you got to stay fresh for the ladies. Ladies love a fresh homie. Smell you later. Pimps Obama out.